Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn. For most of you guys that may not know who I am or what I do or what I like to do, but lately I've been really feeling down. And I know everybody feels down, especially with everything that's going on in the world. So I figured, why not do something creative with a little bit of sadness, and I'm going to retry this Baby Yoda palette and see how it works out. Usually when I'm sad or upset, I usually like to do makeup because I feel like that makes me feel happy. So we're gonna go ahead and try this palette out. If y'all seen my Snapchat story or on Instagram, you kind of know I was really upset because a certain eyeshadow cracked really bad, and so Colourpop was really nice and they sent me another one. So we're gonna try it, see how it works out. I hear good things about Colourpop. I know it's one of the pigments are good, but I just want to try it myself and see how it works out. This is the first time me trying Colourpop. I usually like to use different, I guess, luxury beauty kind of stuff, but let's try it. I mean, the same thing. We'll just see how it goes. But I know this is Colourpop is also somebody that makes makeup just like Kylie Cosmetics, things like that. But before I ramble in, we'll go ahead and try it and see how it goes, okay? And then before I continue on, I didn't mean to say luxury brands, I meant to say higher end brands, but either way, whichever one you can find is absolutely awesome. So what I'm gonna do first is, I have no idea. I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna grab my primer for my face. I actually use the e.l.f. Putty Primer? Poreless Putty Primer, which is this one right here. I like this one because it's really similar to the Tatcha brand. I think Tatcha usually runs around maybe $50 or so, so that's something that this one I think was less than $10. So another thing is I like to find stuff that I can save money with. So this is just the primer. I'm just warming it up with my hands. Some people will apply their makeup with a brush or their fingertips. My hands are washed, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply. So I'm just gonna apply it everywhere. This one, primer for me, works really good for people that have oily to normal skin. I'm mostly on the more oily portion of the spectrum, so I'm just gonna look at myself really quick, making sure I did it right. So you do that, and that's my first step that I'll do. Second step, it's up to you. You can either do like spot conceal. I've noticed that there's a different technique, and I saw this makeup artist, you might have known of her, Ms. Amrezy. She does concealer first on certain areas, and she feels like she uses less product when it comes to her foundation. So I'll show you what I'll do first and then move forward. So as I was saying, I put a little bit right here to reflect the light a little bit, because this is where the light will bounce, and it's different for everybody when it comes to this portion. I still have concealer on my face, so don't judge me. So I'm going to go ahead and blend it. Go ahead and blend it inwards when it comes to your concealer. If you blend it out outwards, I mean, it'll do the job, but I feel like you get more coverage this way when it comes to covering dark circles. Now, some people will use like little color correctors here and then. You're free to do that, but I would just use little by little. And then what I'm going to do is, with the remainder of the concealer that I have for my eyes, is apply it here to my eye sockets, because they tend to be a little bit dark here on this area, and I want to help neutralize everywhere that I can. So I'm just kind of going everywhere, kind of bouncing back and forth to make sure I can cover effectively. So the next step that I'll do is, I really love this foundation. It's the Hourglass Vanish. I think mine is Ivory. Yes, Ivory. They have the sticks too. I haven't tried the sticks, but I really do love this foundation. It is very full coverage, but I like the fact that it covers everything very nicely. It's not heavy like certain types of foundations, so usually I'll just put a pump, about so, and I just apply it all over the face. So I went ahead and applied my foundation off camera, because last time it took like forever to do this, and it took like I kid you not, maybe like 5 minutes. But it's not because I was taking my time, and then I completely lost track of time. And I was like, I'll just do this continuously. So I'm just kind of setting everything down. The next step I'll do is, again, I'll go back with the concealer. If I can find my concealer. Okay, here's my concealer. I'll go back with the Shape Tape. I place it right underneath here, because we're going to drag it down right here in this area. So I just apply really here. I know everybody kind of gets this whomping amount of concealer, and they just go for it. So I'm going to use the other sponge. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out like so. Drag it here so I can make sure I can set this area very nicely. I stopped doing the motion of baking because I've noticed that as I get older, I have little fine lines here. They're not big, but I can see them and I'm very tedious about it. And they tend to just stay there. So I usually just put a little bit of setting powder, like right underneath the eyes, but I guess I do like a somewhat baking and not really baking kind of thing going on. But I just go ahead and cover the rest like this. And we leave it like that.
Done.
I was looking for my setting powder and I couldn't decide if I wanted Anastasia or Hourglass. So I'm just going to go with Anastasia because it's right here in the front. And I have to be really careful because this thing falls like right here, so I have to be careful. Ah! It's spilling everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some from right here. And I get a little brush like this. It's falling. It's just going everywhere. Oh well. It went in my pants right here. Sounds all good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab, I almost grabbed my phone. You just put a little bit of powder here, like so. And that's what I do. That's really what I do. No, I don't do anything crazy. I used to get like the sponge and go and put like a load of setting powder. Now I just do this. And I feel like it works more effectively. I've done it for other people before, and I noticed it makes them look very pretty. Even when you take pictures, you can't even see dark circles anymore. So you just go like that. Just like that. Alright, we're going to move forward with the eyebrows. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. My shade is Caramel for my eyebrows. And I also use their, I don't even know if I have a name for this, but they have an angled brush that comes with a spoolie like this. And that's the brush that I like to use for my brows because I feel like it's super fine when you're trying to define your eyebrows. That kind of rhymed. Super fine to define your eyebrows. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do one eyebrow and then I'll do one eyebrow offset. So what I do is my eyebrows were recently threaded so it'll look nicer. I just basically arch the area of the eyebrows like this and just draw it like so. So you can see this eyebrow. I will also do that on the other side because I'll use less product, and as I start going inner to outward, it blends out really nicely and I don't have like this really harsh eyebrow. So I'll do that on this side really quick. So I drag it here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Bring it here. If you see me squinting, it's because I am blind and I really need my glasses. And so with the remainder stuff that I have left over here, I go with this eyebrow right here and just lightly find it here. So I kind of build my eyebrow like this. And what I'll do is I apply a little bit of product like this and just kind of drag it here. So it looks really light here. As you're dragging it this way. So then you have a nice brow. Okay? And want to ruin our friendship? We could be lovers instead. I have this TikTok song stuck in my head and I can't get it out. It's better than the other song, right, Willie? The one that goes body yaddy 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 yaddy. It was just like.
What song are you talking about?
He's like, I don't know. Alright, so then I forgot. I get the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade spoolie like this. And just fill in the little gaps like this. And then the next step I do is I go ahead and I get my concealer. You're gonna be like, this girl loves her concealer. I put a little bit here on my hand. And the reason why I do that is so I can carve my eyebrows and I can clean them up and they look nicer than what they look like right now. This brush, I have no idea where it's from, but I like it. I think it was a paintbrush actually. So you just go like this. I envision a line like this. Like that. And then you do that with the next side, like so. There we go. Alright, perfect. And then you go out in town and you go like this and say hello to everybody with your eyebrows looking like this. So with the other end of this beauty blender, I think this one was a Morphe brush. Morphe sponge. I go ahead and lightly blend it here, this area right here, and kind of drag it down. At this point, you can feel free to put eyeshadow on it because I feel like that sets it in itself too. I'm gonna go grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder again and just kind of go all over my face. You do this. I always do this for some reason. I don't know why. I go and grab my other brush and just brush it out. I don't know, just like powders. Powders are like my favorite. And I set kind of everything that I've pretty much done. I'll use the Hourglass. This is my travel one because I can't find my big one. Finishing veil. This one has like gold, I think is what they told me. Some type of gold. So I get a little bit here. And I feel like this does really nice, gives it a nice texture to your skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it all. I know it looks really bad right now, but I go with another brush and blend this baby out. I guess I should just go with the contour now, huh? Or I guess, not contour, but like bronzing. So for contour, I like to use my favorite. It's called Snatched. I'm just kidding. I forgot what it's called. Oh my god, this is right here. Sculpting and Contour #1. This is from Scott Barnes. If y'all don't know who Scott Barnes is, I will highly, highly, highly have you recommended to look him up because this man is a genius. And the reason why I say he's a genius, he's J-Lo's makeup artist, but this is also his brush. I think this one's 65. So it's an angled brush. I usually like to use the sliced, as you can see. I usually tap a little bit, but his brushes are so good. If you get to touch one, please, please, please. Not a bad investment. So I just bring it upwards because if you drag down your contour, your face is gonna look chunky. You want it to be elongated and snatched. And you just apply it kind of everywhere. I go ahead and just apply it like so. You can do that fish face contour if you want. I put a little bit underneath here too, just so my face looks pretty in sync. I'll go ahead and sometimes get the Snatched, which is this darker tone right here. Right there. And just kind of dab it a little bit. I will apply a little bit here, just to kind of define a little bit better. Do this with your chin area. There's a trick with the chin area. You kind of have to feel your jawbone right here, so you can make a very small petite face. Same thing here. And then blend it out here. And I feel like this brush is really good for people who may not know how their face kind of goes. And it kind of does this motion like this, like a rotating motion, like so. But you just want to go upwards, not downwards, upwards, because you're wanting to elongate your face. For the Baby Yoda palette, they have a shade called Precious Cargo, which is your kind of white shade right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm using my broken palette first because it's broken. And I'm going to grab Precious Cargo, and I'm going to apply this on my brow bone. here. This is the same area where I placed my concealer earlier. I'm just going to apply it right here so I can kind of give it this very pretty glowy look. He's probably like, what is she doing? I will say, the pigment, and I'm kind of surprised, very creamy. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead, so you can see it. So apply it here on the brow bone area. Like so. Bring it. It has like this green tone to it. Not bad. Colourpop. Not bad. I think I'm going to apply a little bit of the Glass Wet from the Jeffree Star palette here. I'm supposed to get a new one because the first batch was not good. For my blush, it's very controversial. I kind of don't even want to show the palette that I'm using for my blush because it's very controversial nowadays. But I still like to use this palette, but it's the Conspiracy palette. Huge bad boy right here. I honestly love this pigment shade right here because I feel like that's the perfect blush color for me. So that's what I use for my blush color. I'll go ahead and close it. Tap it a little bit. And then you want to, it depends on the person. Sometimes you want to do the apples of the cheeks. You don't want to do it like right here or right here. You just kind of want to gently kiss your face. Like so. This is the Sephora Angled Brush. I don't know which number this one is. I think it's 49. I could be wrong. You just apply it a little bit here. Circular motion, kind of going upwards again because you want to marry them together. Like I said, it's a very nice pink pigment shade. You can smile because you can kind of see where this will all go too. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and move forward with the eyeshadow. That part is going to go really, really fast. I haven't decided if I want to do a cut crease or a, I guess I can go with a normal, well, I'll just do a normal look. So I'm going to go and grab the Baby Yoda palette. As you can see, my friend's right here too, and I had to do this. Okay. Alright, so now for a crease color. Can't decide if I want a green look, a brown look, gold look. I'm going to do this just like a Tatooine, which is this brown color right here. I'm going to apply a little bit, and I'm just going to blend it in my crease area. With your crease, you want to go like this. I'm going to kind of show you right here. Don't apply too much, just don't do that what I just did. If you do too much, just do it on the other side and it'll blend out like so. So I'm going to go ahead, blend this guy out, bring it in a circular, I always imagine a rainbow. So you're going to do this, bring your little rainbow like this. I think I might do that brown glitter color that I have there. So I'm just going to keep blending very gently like so. Bring it to your crease and do your rainbow motions like this. I'm like fell asleep. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to try this, the Force shade right here, and see how that looks. It's that one that broke and I was complaining about it for like forever. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to put it just a little bit here. See how I like to add it. Ooh, okay. She's golden and brown. So you just apply a little bit here. Bring her up just to add a little bit more definition to her. Alrighty then. Force, I see what you're doing. I'm going to do that on the other eyeball too. Just so it looks pretty in sync. Sometimes I like to use my angle brush. This one right here. And I feel like that'll define it a little bit better when it comes to the inner corner. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it right here. Colourpop, I underestimated you. I really did. See? Just adding a little bit to defining the areas. So I just bring it upwards like that. Get my crease brush like this. Blend it in. And then bring it outward to kind of give it this smoky eye definition. Girl, I underestimated Colourpop. I really did. She did it. Well then, I really underestimated it. Y'all, I'm really shocked with Colourpop. I shook it the house. Shook. I'm shook, Willie. I'm very shook. Shook the house. Alright, I am looking for a flat brush, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna try Right Hand Mando, and I'm gonna put this on the center of the eye. It's this pretty second color right here. I'm trying not to drop it. And I'm gonna place this on my eye. I might still use my finger, but I'm just gonna do it with the brush to kind of see. Oh. Oh. Maybe I should have done my finger. I'm gonna do my finger. I'm gonna tap really lightly like so. Put it all in the center of my eyeball. I'm gonna use that flat brush and just kind of pack the rest like this. Oh. This was not bad. So I'm gonna apply this on my eye with my finger first. Do the same technique. I really do like these. I like the formula. The formula looks spectacular, and I'm just gonna bring it outwards like this one, so we can look even. Wow. Well, Colourpop, I am impressed. Very impressed. I'm gonna grab my Anastasia little brush from one of the palettes I have here, and I am going to put the brown color right underneath my eye like this. I don't use liner, but I'll do that. Just to add a little bit more definition, I'll do that here, like this. And that's what we'll do. The last step that I'll do is I'll look for my other brush. And I'm going to apply that same Precious Cargo on the inner portion of my eye like this. I could put gold. I'm just going to put this one right here. Just a little bit so I can enhance it just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. And I applied a little bit of the wet glass from this palette too. And just so I can kind of bring it outward. Whoa. Okay. Alright, so before I even put liner, do I put liner? Oh, I have my liner. Okay. I am going to curl my lashes, so I just apply him here. Curl them like this. This is probably scary, guys. I usually lift them up like this. There we go. I'll do that on the next pair of my eyes. My only pair of eyes and do this. It's kind of grippy, I know. The reason I do this is because they kind of lift up more. Usually I will put this kind of close to my straightening iron, because when I do that, it heats it up a little bit better, and I feel like it warms up the curling. Just like when you curl your hair, curl it for you. And I'm going to apply the Rocket Volume from Maybelline. I don't spend that much on the mascaras, and the reason why is because mascaras expire the quickest. So I don't think it's necessary to spend over $20 for mascara when they do the same thing with the drugstore. So I'm just applying it here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of do that a little bit more, and I'm going to put it underneath my eyes right here. And then we're going to move forward to eyeliner. I know I haven't placed highlighter, but I will put that very, very last. Just kind of do this. Okay, make sure I get every single one of them. And my eyeballs can look bigger. Like that. For my liner, I like to use the Perversion from Urban Decay. It is a waterproof one. I like the brush because it's very similar to the Kat Von D. I feel like this one's more pigmented. same kind of style. It is a felt tip, not the cotton applicator, and I feel like these tend to last longer in comparison to the cotton tip. Alright, for the liner I'm going to do it on one eye and then I'll do it off camera with the other one. So what you do is, I'm kind of so used to this, I usually draw the wing out. Wing out like this. And then I imagine a triangle. So I do that. And then I go very lightly, line the rest of my portion right here when it comes to the liner. I used to use Scotch tape, like the ones I use for presents, but I've gotten so used to it that I just go for it and just do this. Alrighty, now to the lips. I outline it with the Il Maquillage, what's it called? Coffee. I was like, I don't know what the name this is. So I just line my lips like so. I have small top lips, so I tend to overdraw them like this. Because they're small. And then I just do briefly here with the lips. Like that too. Like so. Now I look like a chola. Not good. I'm going to move forward and apply lashes just so they look nice and pretty with my eyes. And I'm using the House of Lashes from Sephora. It's Natalie. I don't have the box for them, so I'm going to go ahead and apply. And then I like to use the Companion Eyelash Glue. This one I got from Amazon. And I feel like it works way better than the Duo Glue Gel ones. Because you can pull on them and it's still stick on. So I'm just going to let it get sticky. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the lashes. I try to keep them as close as possible, like this. And then I use this little tool applicator to make sure they stick. And sometimes I mess up like this. I'm going to curve them a little bit and then apply the lashes. And gently apply it here. Same thing here. So they stick like that. Ooh, 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 do, 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 do. Ooh. That is Willie, you guys. My
Son.
My son, my friend, my best friend, my motivator,
My closest friend.
Of course. So I'm getting the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I don't know if they'll ever bring these back, but I wish I would have ordered more. And I'm going to mix a little bit of the Vegas Loose Powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills to apply for my highlighter. So I'm just going to apply this kind of close to my cheeks. I should probably put lip color too. We'll just do that. Apply here a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my lips too. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll apply, I feel like I'm using all Anastasia, what the heck, Anastasia Stripped. It's a very nice nude color that I like to use all the time. So if you ever see me with my lips, it's probably this color. So I go ahead and line my lips. And then do the rest here. I should have probably placed chapstick because my bottom lips are so dry. And you can still kind of go above, like this, to make your lips bigger. And then my last portion that I'll do is I'll get a fan brush like this, swirl a little bit of that Vegas highlighter right here, And if you want your highlighter to pop more, I like my highlighter to pop more, I will go ahead and get my setting spray, and it's the Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray. This one's for oil control. They do have a long-lasting one. I've noticed with both, if you were to take a shower, your makeup still stays on. Just a heads up. So you just spray. Go ahead and see how this picks up so much. This is like my favorite part. And then you can apply a little bit here. Dang! And that is our makeup look with the Baby Yoda palette. So I am really impressed at Colourpop and their pigments. I thought I was going to get disappointed with them just because they were Colourpop, but I'm actually very happy with what I purchased. And if you get the opportunity to try it out, please do so. If there's something that I could also adjust with my videos, please let me know too. I know I probably went super fast, but I hope you enjoy it, and see you next time.